Welcome once again to another lit edition of The Brew. Jersey Joe here, Eye in the Box, we're live from Las Vegas. And those you following on social media, you know the question we're going to ask for this episode, but get those answers ready because what would you do? So your place catches on fire, your home, your apartment, and you have the chance to grab one thing. What is the one thing you would save for your burning home? Got a whole stack of your answers as always. Joel and I have our great stories to share as well. First off, Joel, were you ever in like a major fire?
I was only in a fire one time, but it wasn't in a house. It was in a car. So, but I obviously lived, so that's the good news.
Well, what's one thing that you would save, though, if your apartment there started burning?
I would say, I think most people would expect me to say my dog, but I'm going to go with my PlayStation 4.
Wow, I thought you were going to say Crispin. Interesting.
No, I don't. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, bud. No, I don't consider him an item. But if I'm being serious, I don't really, material items really aren't that important to me. But probably one of my big memorabilia things because I could sell it. I've got a Jeter signed jersey inside of a frame, and that's probably worth, I don't know, $1,500. That would be good to get me back to normal after a fire.
That's priceless, is what that is. So I thankfully have never been in a major fire, don't want to be either. It's actually kind of a small fear of mine in the back. But I would say it depends. If I was woken up in the middle of the night, then one thing I would do is go save my contacts so I can't see, so I'd never get out of the fire. But if I was up and conscious, I would at least try to go get my wallet. You need your driver's license, all that identification stuff, trying to get all that personal information put back together in life. It's a damn nightmare, especially this day and age, getting all that through the government. So I would try to save that if I could on my important documents. They always tell people, they recommend you should have your documents in a secure to-go place in your home or wherever. So if you got to grab it and evacuate in a heartbeat, you can easily do that. So there's your AAA tip for the web show. But those of you out there watching, you had lots of great tips. So let's share a bunch of yours right now because they are interesting. What's one thing you guys would save from a fire? Well, DJ Carney says, my family. Wizard of Sorts, my wife. Skavang Balonis. Besides my family, I would grab photos. Diane L. Dixon. Pictures of all my children and grandchildren and grandparents. McElfish123. Letters and cards from my grandma that passed away. Aw. Kimmy Girl, she'd grab her phone. And Rock for Guitar, he would grab his Fender Telecaster in one hand and one of my Emmys in the other. And EdStar78, my game-worn jersey collection. I could never save my game-worn jersey collection because my jersey collection is so big I'd never get it out of this place in time. But that'd be something I wish I could try to take, or at least one or two of them.
Yeah, flex on them, Joe. It's just so big.
I'm proud of it. What can I say? More of your comments right now because Treats tweets. He says, I have a small safe with a lot of important documents in it. Since I have no pets or kids, I guess that's what I would snag. Hey, but just like I said up top of the show, though, that's smart because what a damn nightmare is to have to try to replenish all of that. And especially if they're paper documents like your passport, those things will burn like nothing.
Right. Yeah. And it's also I like the contrast between him using an actual item instead of a human being or a pet, like most of those other answers you read.
I was on board with that jersey collection answer. That was my favorite answer of the show so far. But finally, J City Picks, he's going to wrap this show up with this answer. Save the fire from happening. Captain Hindsight flies away. Well, maybe you should if it is smart enough, grab an extinguisher and try to put it out. Okay. I'll give Pete 5 points for that answer.
Yeah, I like the thinking outside the box. You're the Taco Bell of people, Pete.
Nice. The one thing here, an apartment building like this to live in New Jersey, you have to have sprinklers. So the bad thing about a fire is the fire is bad enough, but then you add that water damage in. Oh man, you can ruin a building forever with that. You pretty much got to gut the place and start over. It's like you get the fire, then you get the water, you get the double whammy.
Yeah, no kidding. Not something to look forward to. But that's the great thing about not having a ton of material things is if you don't have a lot, it's not that important. You can always get up and move if you have to.
We got to mention, too, you got to feel bad for the people that were victims of all those wildfires out west this year. My goodness, it's like the worst season ever. If 2020 won't stop, well, then we add on burning everybody's homes and lives down on top of that, too. Acres and acres. Of course, it was the knuckleheads that started the one with that gender reveal thing, but the other ones were lightning and accidental, so I guess if one thing we've learned from this show, maybe it's good to keep your documents all together and have them ready to go in case of emergency. So there we go. We're offering a good tip this week in the Brew.
Yeah, so people listen to him, listen to Crispin, get your shit together, and be ready for that fire.
And let's thank AAA, too, for telling us all about that and sending that info in the mail, which is what I stole it off of in the first place. But hey, you want to be serious about one thing? There's always lots of fun here on The Brew and on the Jersey 50 YouTube channel, so click that like, subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of the 4 big shows right here each and every week. Lots of fun, sometimes food for thought like this web show. We get serious, have fun, but it's about having fun at the end of the day. But please, by all means, check those batteries. Your smoke detectors, too, will be changing the clocks here soon, so you got to do that. So, little preventative things you can do from keeping your shanty from burning up in a fire.
Yeah, Joe's the expert on that shit, I guess.
I hope to God I never am. Jersey Joe here, high in the box, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, I hope.